you might be experiencing PT burnout. In my opinion, it's called like getting better burnout, like improvement burnout, where you're constantly trying to like keep up with trying to make yourself better or get yourself better, get yourself healthier. It's exhausting. You're listening to The Pelvic Freak Show
with your hosts, Amanda Neary and Hannah Meyer. Hey, Pelvic Freaks. Welcome back to another episode of The Pelvic Freak Show.
Where you're freaks for us and we're freaks for your pelvis, baby.
I gotta be honest, I'm happy that it's just us today.
Literally. You guys don't understand. We've had guest episodes after guest episodes after guest episodes. And we've had more people reach out to us to do guest episodes. And we're like, listen, we cannot have another guest episode until like, February 2026?
February 2026 is when we can get back on that. It is, I love those episodes, but it is a lot of work.
It's a lot of work. No, our last 2 episodes that we had with Roxy, those were some of my favorite episodes that we've done so far.
Yeah.
And I'm so happy. And I'm also very happy to have a little bit of a break though too.
We just get to be in our cozy chairs.
Also, when it's just me and Amanda, it's a lot easier to just go with the flow too.
Yeah.
Which with guest episodes, you do have to prep a lot, which a lot of work goes into that. But it produced an amazing, beautiful episode. So I'm happy with that.
When there's 3 people, when you add a person, it's just like who's going to talk when. Like there's always that feeling of like you're not just back and forth with one person, so you have to make sure you're not like cutting people off.
Yeah.
So it just is more energy inherently too.
100%. So our episode today, guys, we're talking about burnout. So that's kind of like why we led the discussion with that. After our few previous episodes, Amanda and I were feeling a little on the burnout train.
Yeah, I think in general, I texted Hannah earlier this week and I was like, I feel different. Like I'm feeling better. And she was like, me too. And I was like, I'm having a hard time even remembering the last few months.
Oh, I literally texted her back and I said, yeah, bro, we were on fucking autopilot for literally 3 or 4 months.
Like mental autopilot. It like scared me for a minute.
No, yeah. I literally like look back and I'm like, October? Who is she?
I know. I don't even, I literally don't remember October.
September? Who is she?
I only remember September because I was traveling a bit. But like October when I was back here, I don't remember.
I took a trip to Sedona. I took my first week off of work since September of 2023. My first full week off of work.
Yeah.
Isn't that crazy?
That is crazy.
I know. Like I always like at least work some of the week or something. So I like actually took my full like week off from podcasts, from clinic, from everything. It was a much needed break because then I came back and I was like, oh, I was getting my notes done after patients, like immediately submitting the note, moving on to the next patient, submitting the note and feeling really good about it. And just like getting emails, replying back to emails instantly, like not sitting on things long, and then edited the podcast like early. And everything was just smooth. So you need a break every now and then.
100%. I mean, those are like, I really liked our episode that we did with Kay, where we talked about burnout because I liked her perspective that it's not preventable, which we know it's not when you live in like a capitalist country because our ability to live is like associated with the work we do. It's like, well, and anywhere in the world, you know, money is food. We talked about that with Roxy too. Like you have to work for your life. So burnout is inevitable because you're just like constantly stressed about that. So it's like experiencing the signs of burnout and realizing you're in it and like how to support yourself through that or even when to take a break from things is important. And that's what we wanted to talk about today because I feel like we both experienced it a lot this year. At times I was like very not good at coping with it. And at times I was like, okay, I'm definitely experiencing burnout and I need to like do something about that.
Something about me and Amanda is that Amanda and I are both extremely hard workers at all times. So it is really hard for us to take a break. Even when we're like on a vacation or something, we're still like doing something. So I literally had this discussion with one of my patients. One of my patients was like, yeah, I set a goal for myself every year to take 52 naps a year. And I was like, oh, that's kind of a slay. That's kind of iconic. And I was like, you know what? I was talking to my therapist about how I'm just like always on the go, always on the go, always on the go. It's just like my personality, how I am. Like I always have to be doing something. always have to be doing something to like make myself better and like making myself more productive or whatever. And I feel like that's just like the society too that we're in has like brainwashed me to be that way too. But also because like we want so much success for the podcast, we want so much success for the clinic, so we're just like really driven that way too. And my therapist, I was telling her about the naps thing, and my therapist was like, we should like, you need like something like that for yourself, like something to like slow yourself down. And I was like, maybe I should do like a do nothing day. Cause I had one day like a month ago where Austin and I just like literally walked around on Michigan Avenue. Like we took an edible and just like looked at things. We went to like the American Girl Museum and just like the Lego store and just like didn't have any plans for the day. Just like walked around like we were tourists. And then we like went home, made dinner, and then like watched a Studio Ghibli movie and then went to bed. And then it was like the best day, and I felt like so rejuvenated. And I was like, I'm gonna set a goal for myself to do 2 do nothing days a month and starting in 2026 and see if I can do it. Where I'd have like no plans to do anything productive or to like facilitate me becoming a better person, just like do nothing and chill.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a good plan.
I need it.
Yeah. That's like when I do a puzzle all day.
Yeah. Oh my God. Yeah. Or like
It's so good.
There's a Switch game I've been playing recently called Portal, and it's like a puzzle game where you have to like, it's kind of like an escape room type thing where you have to like escape into the next room.
Ooh, I like
You would
that.
probably like it. It's really a cheap game, and it's like you can get through the levels really quickly. It's like a puzzle game. You should try it.
Cool.
You're like a robot and you are trying to like escape. I like a puzzle like video game, but your brain, I think, did we talk about this recently? How your brain literally like when you do a puzzle or like read a book, like that feeling after is just like, I don't know. It feels like you were like hit the reset button or something in your brain.
Did we talk about that?
I think we talked about it on the gift guide maybe
Maybe.
when we were talking, I think we were talking about puzzles.
Oh.
I don't know though. That was a while ago.
That was when I was burnt out and I couldn't remember anything.
Yeah, we were on autopilot then. That's for sure. We were on autopilot. So
Oh man. What are
okay.
so like everyone has different signs of burnout, but there's like textbook ones that a lot of people might experience together. But like, what are some of your personal like, oh, I'm in burnout, I have to recognize those things?
okay, this is really tough for me because like I always just chop it up to like, this is my personality. Like I always just have to be doing some things all the time. And then Austin just like looked at me one day and he was like, you realize you're like always giving 110%, like at all times. Like it's like almost exhausting to watch you like go through a day because you just don't stop. I think my signs of burnout though that I realized the most was when I started like not enjoying like pole dancing as much anymore, or like things that I like usually do for fun felt like a chore, like on top of everything else I was like already having to do.
That's a good sign.
Yeah.
I mean, a bad sign, but
It's a sign that
a useful sign.
yeah, a useful sign. So I actually took a full month off of pole mainly because of my foot that I've been working on in physical therapy. But it like honestly like helped me like reset a little bit too.
Yeah.
And now I'm like back and doing pole. So that was nice.
Yeah. I have a similar one. Like, I think I wrote saying yes, but like not actually wanting to. Like, I felt like I was committing to things out of obligation for a while with like social hangouts when I
Yeah.
would so much rather just be like on my couch
Yeah.
doing a puzzle or something where I'm like, I don't actually have to talk or communicate. I find myself being a really bad texter. Like, I won't respond to people for weeks when I'm experiencing burnout.
Yeah.
And then there's like the so sorry, like I'm terrible. And then like I'm in that cycle of like not replying and
Oh, yeah.
not getting back to people.
I noticed this with like all my friends. We all take like 3 business days to respond to each other. Like literally. It's insane.
Yeah.
Everyone's feeling it right now, I bet.
Yeah. That's definitely a big one.
I saw this quote on Instagram the other day, and it was like the difference between successful people and very successful people is that very successful people are way more comfortable saying no. What do you think about that?
I think that's a factor.
Yeah.
I think having my favorite quote that I heard this year about success was that your success is directly related to the amount of uncomfortable conversations you're willing to have.
Ooh.
And that has been really true for me in business, like in business growth, but then also just that could be saying no. Like that might feel really uncomfortable for you.
Oh, yeah.
So that like goes hand in hand with it.
Yeah, I would say so. I like that. I like that tie-in.
Yeah. So that was kind of cool.
Props.
Yes, we're like, we have multiple jobs each, and like we do just like do them well. So it's going to be hard for like people to just slow down when they're like that.
The other thing about us is that we like pretty much do everything really good. We're pretty much good at everything. But the reason why is because we don't stop until something is perfect.
Yeah.
Or like up to our standards. Like we're not going to produce like shitty content.
Yeah.
For example, which is like why it takes us like so long to like set up our space every time and like take down and then like edit and like all those things. Like because we want to produce great content. But we only have so much time in the world.
Yeah.
Next year, baby, manifesting a studio.
That would be sweet. That would save our setup time. But no, I don't like to do things halfway. I remember when you were like, you first said like, let's do a podcast. And I was like, okay, but how committed are we? Because I can't just like half do a project.
Yeah.
And
I do remember you saying that like word for word.
Like I literally can't.
And I probably said to you like, no, like I'm all in.
You did.
I'm all in, bro. Let's fucking go.
You were convincing enough that I was like, okay, we're buying the equipment. We're going to do this.
Like, okay, I'm hitting
And
the
we
buy
have.
button.
But like my burnout in the last 4 months had me questioning everything. I was like, do I even want to be a business owner? Like, why am I doing all this shit? And I think it's normal to experience things like that. And then you are reminded of why you love and do them, either when you're out of burnout or there's something that like helps pull you out. For me, it was medication. I love drugs.
Medication really does help.
I think I found a good fit finally.
Yeah, I'm so happy for you. For me, it was touching grass
Yeah, literally.
for a week straight.
Hannah goes to Arizona. She texts me, she goes, bro, I get it now. I love the West Coast. I'm like, and I didn't even have the heart to be like, bro, you're not on the West Coast, but okay.
It's West Coast enough for me.
It's West Coast vibes. It's desert vibes, which is West Coast vibes too.
It was insane. It was like nothing I've ever seen before. I was like, life is beautiful. And I heard there was quietness for the first time in so long. Like my apartment is right next to the train and I'm just so used to hearing the train go. You are too. You're right next to the train. So used to hearing the train go by like every night. Like
I struggle not without city noise. Unless I'm like camping. I can definitely do nature sounds for like a vacation, but I need to live with the noise.
Do you listen to sounds when you go to sleep?
I listen to like white noise and pink noise.
Oh, yeah. I listen to rain sounds.
I've done waterfalls and rain too.
My theory is that like everyone in the city like listens to some type of like noise to fall asleep because it's so loud.
My therapist actually told me that can be a sign of like anxiety, needing to have city noise.
Really?
Because people that are just like more comfortable with their thoughts like to live in the suburbs and have a quiet, peaceful home. And I'm like, I don't want to live in the suburbs regardless, but that totally makes sense because I like do need that. I need like a little bit of noise around me. Otherwise I'm like, it's too quiet. I'm going to start freaking out.
Yeah. Another thing that shows sign of burnout is that I stopped taking mirror selfies, bro.
We went out last night for the first time in how long?
Like just one-on-one. Like I don't even know how long it's been.
It's been a long time.
Usually because if we get at dinner, like we'll get dinner, but it'll be like on a weeknight, like after work or something. And that's not the same.
No, we did our like real night out, catch up. It was fun.
Yeah.
We needed that.
Yeah, we got a little too drunk. 2 dirty martinis and 2 pink squirrels deep.
Not the pink squirrel.
Oh my God, I just remembered the fruity and bitchy comment from last night.
Oh, that was good.
It's fine.
It was fine. We did get yelled at. It's fine.
For taking pictures because we got too overconfident. They were like, ma'am, please stop taking flash photography in this dark, moody restaurant. No one wants to see you guys taking constantly pictures of yourselves. So we were like, oh yeah. Sorry, we forgot to act out in public.
Our bartender was cool though. He took a video with us for our TikTok.
But how cool is it now that like we don't even question when we're taking pictures of ourselves in public? I feel like there was once a time when we were like, no, we can't film this here. No, we gotta have like no one around. And now we're just like, fuck it.
Yeah, now we're like, I don't actually care.
Yeah. So that was kind of cool.
Being unbothered is fun.
Honestly, I'm happy that guy yelled at us.
Yeah, good for us. We deserved it.
Good on him. We needed to be humbled.
We did. We were like sitting there just thinking we were the hottest shit, because we were.
Yeah, and we weren't even like drinking at that point.
It was
like,
just
we
our
weren't even
confidence.
eating nothing. We were just people were like waiting for seats. We're
Yeah.
like, one more. I actually have like the picture of you right
my
before it
God.
came up, and your face is like,
Because your flash would just like not go. So I
Yeah.
didn't know when the photo was going to get taken.
oh, it's fine.
That was fun though. We needed that, but like that coming out of burnout and then having a night like that and just remembering that like you
Life
like
is fun.
you like to be alive sometimes. Like
Remembering that life can be fun.
that's like pretty good.
That's the best.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So why are we talking about this? We can relate any of this back to patient care,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah. I have patients a lot of the time. So if you are a pelvic pain girly, you've been in PT, honestly, any type of PT, if you've been in for a long time and it's just like you feel like you've hit this plateau phase, things are not getting better, you might be experiencing PT burnout. In my opinion, it's called like getting better burnout, like improvement burnout, where you're constantly trying to like keep up with trying to make yourself better or get yourself better, get yourself healthier. It's exhausting. And when it comes to like a patient standpoint, I have patients a lot. I think most commonly, I feel like vaginismus is a good one, or like endometriosis is a good one, like some of those conditions that take a little bit longer in PT.
Yes.
Especially when like one of the things that you need to do is like be consistent with dilators and like be constantly doing those, which is like you got to get your setup. Just like our podcast, we have to like set up, we have to record everything with dilators. You got to like get your setup, make sure no one's around, like get your lube out, like clean everything off if you haven't, like make sure like you're in a comfortable space, set the mood for a second so it's just not like something you have to do quickly. It's like a whole ordeal. And like if you have like vaginismus and you're trying to do that for like maybe 2 to 3 times a week and keeping up with your PT script, that's just gonna burn you out at some point if things are just hitting a plateau. So sometimes it really does, like just like how I took a vacation for a week, came back refreshed, take like a month break from PT. Don't like feel like you have to constantly keep up with something and then come back and tackle it later, because stress and burnout play a huge role in your progress.
Absolutely.
And I've had plenty of times too where patients will take that break and then they come back and we make 10 times more progress than we did when we were before. Yeah, like it's like a huge step up. And sometimes you need that to be like, oh, I'm going from like, when I like took my break, I felt like I was like 40% better. And I was just at that 40% for like a month and I just wasn't out. And I took a break and now I'm back after 2 sessions. Now I feel like 60% better already. It's like, whoa, that's insane.
Yeah.
I needed that.
I think of that in the same way I think of weightlifting blocks, right? Maybe you're doing a 4 to 6 week block, and by the end of that, you're feeling really exhausted with those exercises. And then you do a deload week where you're lifting less weight or doing new exercises or something. And then you go back to that block again, and you're just so much stronger, even without consistently doing those exercises because you took a break from it. Because your body had that time to rest and recover and come back a little bit stronger. So I feel like burnout kind of does the same thing if you take the break when your body needs it.
Yeah. Yeah, true. Like there's a difference between like, you know, like it's hard. I'm not being consistent with my dilators. Like I'm not really like going to PT. I'm going like every 3 days. I canceling my appointments a lot versus like I'm being consistent. I'm like trying. Nothing's working. I'm burning myself out. I'm stressed out, like things like that. I feel like there's a difference there.
Totally. And we, like you said, we see patients for years sometimes, or they'll stay with us long term. And at some point, it's inevitable that you're going to get burnt out on an appointment that you're going to weekly or biweekly long term. That's way more involved than some other professions that you might see like your GP once or twice a year.
Yeah.
We see our patients a lot, and it's part of what we love about our job, but it also gives us the opportunity to really recognize when we need to take a break from that and when it's not beneficial at that moment in time.
Yeah. I feel like PTs need to hear that too, because I feel like we get so fixated on the plan of care because we're in the insurance mindset where insurance is like, okay, you want to see this patient for how many times per week and how many visits. And like we as PTs, especially when I first started, I was like, okay, I have to make sure I see this patient 2 to 3 times a week for 6 weeks. And like, we can't get off track. And then I'll have a patient miss a visit and I'm like, shit, now we're off track. Like from my point of view, but like being in this practice where I'm like, I see great results seeing people once a week. Like if you need to take like a week off to like go on a vacation, whatever, we'll pick back up and then we'll set this like new plan of care. We'll make sure you're staying on track. Like there's different ways you can go about it, and everyone's healing process is going to be different. It's never going to be like a structured, like you're going to get better in 5 sessions. And I promise you that. Like it's going to be very flexible and dependent on like patient consistency, but also like their mental health too. So
Yeah, a good plan of care is adaptable anyway. So you should be able to adapt it to the patient's needs at any moment. So it's fine to set an initial plan, and then if it doesn't go according to plan, make adjustments. But I think my telltale for like debating whether anything's good for you is if the good of it is still outweighing like the negatives, because you might still be making progress and you're just in a headspace of not wanting to go, or it feels tedious, but you recognize that pushing through is still going to give you results and you're going to do it anyway. Like sometimes I'll get into that mindset with fitness and I'm like, but I will feel better after this and I'll be glad I did it.
yeah, that's true.
But if I'm really in a space where I'm like, I'm so burnt out that if I go to the gym, I might even injure myself, I might just not make the progress I need to, that's when I'm going to maybe take a break instead. So I recommend that for patients too.
Yeah, that's a good point. The theme of this episode is take a break.
Take a break when you need it.
Take a break, get a dirty martini and a pink squirrel.
Yeah, and it's not always a hard break. Maybe it's a reduction in frequency. Maybe it's adding something else in that fills your cup a little bit more so that you have the energy to give to the task that is giving you burnout.
Yeah, that's a good point, because like there's plenty of times where I'm like, okay, we're not going to like hard stop PT. Why don't we take like a little break? We'll come back in like next month. But like, why don't in this meantime you focus on like setting a goal of like going to Pilates like once a week to fill this time where you would be in PT. Use that for like your Pilates class or something like that, or use that to like go to acupuncture or something like that. If you like don't want to just like, we're not saying like go cold turkey and just like stop putting your health first or trying to like tackle your vaginismus or your pelvic pain, but like maybe you need to like replace it and mix it up with something else into your routine and then come back and let's do another check-in then. Yeah.
Love that.
Which I love acupuncture. I love when my patients are doing acupuncture.
I love acupuncture.
I kind of want to start acupuncture.
It's a good self-care thing.
Yeah.
In for 2026.
And for 2026.
Foreshadowing a future episode.
We will have another ins and outs for 2026 episode.
When it comes to adding things in that fill my cup, Hannah and I made a list of like our favorite things from 2025, and we're going to tell you guys that next week. So make sure you're tuned in if you are someone that's experienced burnout this year and you're looking for new things to love and enjoy and help you focus on yourself. This list is really good. I'm just going to throw that out there. It's quite good. I'm going to reference it when I have to remember what the joy was.
I know. That's so true.
Guys, if you're listening and you love us and our content, please hit that 5-star rating. It means so much to us and it really helps with our reach.
Yes, please. Please, we know we've seen you guys. We did our Spotify Wrapped this year. Was awesome. Like, what was it? What were our stats for our Spotify Wrapped?
Our video podcast is in the top 10% of video podcasts on Spotify.
That's insane.
And we've had over 950% audience growth this year.
Yes, that's exactly what it was.
So that was crazy to see in writing.
Over 1,000 new pelvic freaks this year, which is really cool. I'm manifesting like triple that next year.
Totally.
Like, I'm so excited.
Every week there's more and more of y'all.
It's insane. We've increased 476% followers and increased 652% listening time. And then for 57 people, we were your number one show. So if you're like a day one pelvic freak and you're one of those 57 people, I mean, we only have like what? I think we only have 53 reviews on Spotify right now.
Yeah, we would love to get that number over 100 if you'd like to leave us a rating. Please.
All right, guys. If you are still shopping for the holidays, Pelvic Freak merch is live and ready and well for you.
And check out our gift guide from 3 weeks ago if you still need holiday inspo, because it's pretty good.
Bye, Pelvic Freaks.
Bye, Pelvic Freaks.